Hello students, Standard 8. Today we are going to start a new chapter in mathematics. That is chapter number 12, Exponents and Powers. Now in Standard 7, you learn about exponents and power. We saw that when there are very big numbers like mass of Earth, mass of Saturn, which are very big numbers having 21 or 22 zeros at the end. Now in this situation, it is not easy to read that number, to understand that number, and also to compare two big numbers like that. In this situation, if we write them using the exponents and powers, then we can express them easily and understand also. Also we can compare them with the other numbers, so that we can understand which number is bigger or smaller. Then we also learn how to write the numbers in their scientific or the other method. So the same thing, but we are going to forward. In the Standard 7, you learn about powers, like if you write down 3 and on the top 4. Meaning of this is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. It means that 3 is multiplied 4 times. And we write down like that. Here 3 is called the base, and the number 4 is known as the exponent. And if it is written like that, we read it as 3 raised to the power 4. 5 raised to the power 7. It means 5 is the base and 7 is known as the exponent. We already discussed about it. But in that discussion, we never had power as negative integers. There were no negative powers in that learning. But now we are extending our knowledge with powers with negative integers. We had base as negative integer in that standard, but we never had negative integer as the power. So when there is a negative integer as a power, how can we understand that numbers? What is the meaning of it? How can we convert it into the positive powers, and so on? So in general, we can say that for any non-zero integer a raised to power minus m. Here you can see that negative sign is there in front of m. So a raised to the power minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to m. It means that we have to take the reciprocal of a raised to m. It means that a raised to m and a raised to minus m, they are the reciprocals of each other. So a raised to minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to m, where m is any positive integer. And as I told you, what is a raised to minus m? it is the reciprocal of a raised to m, because it is written as 1 upon a raised to m. We know that reciprocal of 5 is 1 upon 5, reciprocal of 7 is 1 upon 7, and vice versa. So similarly here also, a raised to minus m is the multiplicative inverse, means reciprocal, same thing. So of a raised to m and vice versa. It means that multiplication of them will be 1. So a raised to minus m multiplied by a raised to m is equal to 1. Let's understand with some examples. 3 raised to power minus 2. So according to this definition of negative integer power, we can write down 3 raised to minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 3 raised to 2. So is equal to 1 upon 9. And therefore, we can say that 3 raised to minus 2, 3 raised to the power minus 2 is reciprocal of 3 raised to 2, means 3 squared. Also, 3 raised to 2 is reciprocal of 3 raised to minus 2, means both are reciprocals or the multiplicative inverses of each other. Also, 10 raised to minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 10 raised to 2. And therefore, 10 raised to minus 2 and 10 raised to 2 are the reciprocals of each other. Similarly, any number you can say like that. 7 raised to minus 5, 1 upon 7 raised to 5, it means that 7 raised to minus 5 and 7 raised to 5, they are the reciprocals of each other. Now, also we know how to write down the numbers in their expanded form according to their place, unit place, tens place, hundreds place. And also we know when there is a decimal numbers, then after the decimal point, the tenths place, hundredths place, thousandths place, mean number is getting 10 times smaller. So here 32.52, we can write down 3 is in the tens place, so 3 into 10 or 10 raised to 1, plus 2 is in unit place, so 2, plus 5 into 1 upon 10, plus 2 into 10 square, because it is in the hundredths place. So now we can use the negative power also like that. So here in place of 1 upon 10 we can write down 10 raised to minus 1. And also here it is 10 square, 1 upon 10 square. So you can write down them as a 2 into 10 raised to minus 2. Now laws of exponents. In the 7th standard we already learned the laws for exponents. But that time we took exponents as natural numbers only. Or maybe a zero, means whole numbers only we took as the exponents. That all laws also holds good if we take the negative exponents also. So let us recall all that laws of exponent that we learned with the positive or the natural number, but now we are going to revise it with the negative exponents also. So for any integers a and b as basis and exponents as m and n, we have the following laws. We have here different 6 laws. One by one we will try to understand them with the examples also. And as I maybe explained you in the previous year also, that these laws are very, very important in the mathematics. Because in the higher standard also, when we have big sums, in which also we are using this methods. And therefore these laws are very important. So if you forgot that, there is a chance that you can again fit it in your memory, so that anytime you have to use it, you can use them. So let's start with the first law. First law says that a raised to power m multiplied by a raised to power n is equal to a raised to the power m plus n. It says that when base are equal, then the exponents will be added. So here a are the base, both sides a is the base. Powers are different, exponents are different, m and n. Then we have to keep the same base, and the powers or the exponents must be added. For example, look at 2 raised to power minus 2 multiplied by 2 raised to power minus 3. Here you can see that base are equal. And then the powers exponents must be added. It means that 2 raised to minus 2 plus minus 3. Then you know how to add the negative numbers. It comes 2 raised to power minus 5. And as we learned in the beginning, that negative power can be converted by taking reciprocal in the positive power. So 2 raised to minus 2 multiplied by 2 raised to minus 3. So when the base are same and they are multiplied, then the powers are added. So 2 raised to minus 2 plus minus 3 is equal to 2 raised to minus 5. Similarly, second way, 3 raised to minus 5 multiplied by 3 raised to 6. So here also base are equal, 3 and 3. So minus 5 plus 6. Minus 5 plus 6 is 1, so 3 raised to 1. So answer is 3. So that is the first rule. But that you have to remember that it is applicable when base are equal. And it is not only for the two numbers. You can have more also. Right? Here we took only 2. The 2 raised to minus 2 multiplied by 2 raised to minus 3. But if there are more than 2 also powers like that, which have the same base, the same rules should be applied. Second law now. Here it was multiplication sign, here it is division. Means a raised to m divided by a raised to n. Here also we can see that the base are equal. So when the base are equal and it is a division, then with the same base we have to subtract the powers. Means a raised to m minus n. Example, 3 raised to minus 1 divided by 3 raised to minus 2. So we have to subtract them. So 3 raised to minus 1 minus minus 2, minus becomes plus. So minus 1 plus 2 is 1. So 3 raised to 1, and that is equal to 3. Another example, 5 raised to minus 7 divided by 5 raised to 4. So here the bases are equal and therefore we have to subtract the powers. So 5 raised to minus 7 minus 4, that is minus 11. So 5 raised to minus 11, which is equal to, if you want to convert into positive, then it is 1 upon 5 raised to 11. That That's the way we can simplify. Now, the third law. Third law is the power of the power. Means one power is already there, and then the whole bracket have the another power also. So a raised to power m, and the whole bracket raised to power n again. So when there are two powers, then powers are multiplied. So it is equal to a raised to m into n, mn, means multiplication of the powers. For example, 3 raised to power minus 2 and the bracket raised to power minus 3. Then here both the powers are multiplied, means 3 raised to minus 2 multiplied by minus 3. Negative, negative, positive. So it becomes 3 raised to the power 6. Another example is that 9 raised to minus 1 and whole bracket raised to power 2. Now, applying that rule, we have to multiply the powers. Means 9 raised to power minus 1 multiplied by 2. 2 ones are 2 and it is minus 2. So it is equal to 9 raised to power minus 2. Or you can convert in positive as 1 upon 9 raised to 2. Fourth law. Fourth law is little different, and then you don't get confused. A raised to m multiplied by b raised to m. Here you can see that bases are different but powers are equal. In the first rule, bases were equal and powers were different. Here it is opposite. Bases are different but powers are same. In this situation, the bases are multiplied and the power is given. So a raised to m multiplied by b raised to m is equal to a multiplied by b raised to m. For example, 3 raised to minus 2 multiplied by 2 raised to minus 2. Here you can see that bases are different but the powers are equal. So 3 multiplied by 2 means bases are multiplied with the same power. So 3 multiplied by 2 raised to minus 2 power is equal to 6 raised to power minus 2 is equal to 1 upon 6 squared. Similarly, 5 raised to minus 4 into 7 raised to minus 4. So 5 7s are 35 raised to minus 4. Fifth rule is also same but it is division. Powers are same, bases are different. Then same thing, bases are divided and give the same power. So 3 raised to minus 2 divide by 2 raised to minus 2. It means that we have to do 3 upon 2 and the whole bracket have the negative power. And similarly here also 5 upon 7 raised to negative 3 power. And the last rule is very simple. Any number if have 0 power, then power answer will be 1. So a raised to 0 is equal to 1, means 35 raised to 0 is 1, minus 45 raised to 0 is equal to 1, 1000 raised to 0 is equal to 1. Means any number have power 0, then answer is equal to 1. So this all laws you have to write down in your notebook and also in your mind, so that when next session we do the sums, it will be clear to understand for you, easy to understand for you. So here we are going to finish today's session, which will be followed by the PDF. And any problem, there is your comment section. Thank you very much.